This is your girl Yannick Taylor, aka Priestess, hostess of Conversations with the Priestess. Here's a preview of what you may hear on Conversations with the Priestess.
We weren't meant for monogamy, let's be honest. Like, we have needs, let's be real. And communicating that, what you want, what you don't want, what sets up. Now this drink is brown, because I learned something. Since I'm older, I can't do brown liquor anymore. Also, I noticed since I started on hormone replacement therapy, HRT, in 2015, me and certain liquors don't match well. I don't know whether...
And I recognize that a lot of men love to be dominated by women. And that's because men are seen as these leaders, as this big alpha male dominant being. And because they're put on this pedestal of being leaders, sometimes they want to be submissive. Back when I cosplayed a Butch Queen in South Carolina around 2011, I was on Craigslist. This is when Craigslist was bumping and before they had gotten rid of the personal section. I hope you enjoyed that preview. Join me on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. for Priestess After Dark. Full video versions of the podcast can be found on patreon.com/CWT Priestess, and join me on Fridays at noon for our regular Friday post. Live, love, and be free. Smooches.
Available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, anywhere you download and stream podcasts.
Four Pillar Sports, a podcast for sports fans, made by sports fans. Join Chris and Randy every week as they dive deep into football, basketball, baseball, and professional wrestling. Catch For Pillar Sports on all major platforms. And remember, keep on talking sports.
Sergeant and Mrs. Smith, you are going to love this house.
Is that a tub in the kitchen?
There's no field manual for finding the right home. But when you do, USAA Homeowners Insurance can help protect it the right way. Restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
This episode of Conversations with the Priestess is brought to you by Maven. The fall season and the holiday season has fallen upon us, honey, and I know you want to look good for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, and the New Year. Shop with your girl, the Priestess, at Maven. You can go and set up your email to receive updates, and you get 25% off of your purchase. Go on over to priestessbeauty.maven.com for exquisite human hair lace fronts, our Peruvian Remy and Yaki, whatever your heart's desire. Go ahead now and look, you can break down the payments in easy installments, and you can use Afterpay or Quad Pay. So go to priestessbeauty.maven.com. Get your glam on for the holiday season now. Hello everyone, it's your girl, the Priestess, never your mistress. I know it has been a while since I've come on with you all. However, here I am now, so sit back and relax. Let's start the show. Come on, grab a seat and have a conversation with the priestess. Oh, pour yourself a glass of wine or some water or whatever you want. We're gonna gab it up. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Yanni T, the Priestess, never your mistress. Thank you for listening to this podcast. The music that you hear me singing over is Just the Way You Are by M. Fazal. Sit back, relax. Let's get into the show. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Conversations with the Priestess. This is your girl, the Priestess, never your mistress, Yanni T. Thank you all for your patience with me. Your girl has been going through it, honey. Many of you all are familiar with the situation from church. Well, good news. I'm no longer a part of that particular branch. However, I'm still with my local assembly, who has been standing with me as I lead the good fight of faith. And right now, I'm actually taking a break from some things and regrouping mentally. And spiritually and really examining some things and getting me together as I get ready for to get my surgeries done and things like that, and revamping my mental health care. So that's where I have been. Also, been restructuring and working on some rebranding. So if you see a lot of changes recently, working on the brand, working on a lot of things. So that's where I've been with your girl, the Priestess. Big shout out to the Bosses Elite on Bigo. Y'all can join me this Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My Bigo ID is Johnny T Music. I am throwing a talent show. So check me out. Y'all can download that or IM me, or if you see my links on Twitter at CWTP on Twitter, hit your girl up. So, update time. So, as I mentioned, I have been taking care of my mental health, doing things for me, and restructuring and reevaluating some things in life. So with that being said, recently, as a part of my mental health journey, I have now decided to, number one, get a psychiatrist. I'm seeing another provider. And on top of that, as well, I've actually started an actual medication. I am on Zoloft. Yes, I started on Zoloft, and I must say I'm actually in the 2 weeks period now. Today marks 2 weeks since I've started it, and I'm finally used to it. I'm finally evened out and everything like that. As far as some of the side effects, one of them being is within that first week, I got extremely nauseated and could not keep anything on my stomach. So I wasn't too necessarily upset, but y'all know I like to eat. So I couldn't eat burgers like I wanted to, and y'all know I like a good burger. But I had to slightly modify what I could eat for that day, and just making sure that I'm overall healthy and still living life to the fullest. One of the things that I have done, I actually also went to a dinner party with my crew, which consists of older and younger queer and trans people. And we had a great time, fellowship, fun. I gained a lot of wisdom, gained a lot of insight from the older queer and trans people who have lived this life before I have and came on before I did. And I am just grateful and thankful for that. And this week has had its ups and downs, has had its challenges, but I'm not going to complain, because why? I'm sustaining and I'm maintaining. Been writing music, been really taking time to refocus on myself and regroup from the whole debacle. Sometimes you have to take those times for self-care and mind your own business instead of trying to help everybody else and being in everything, because you can't help anybody until you first help yourself. And even in that self-care, I thank God for my support system, for my big brothers, my big sisters, my little sisters, and, the whole support system, because some people do not have that support system as desired. You get what I'm saying? So, it's always good to have a support system, and I'm very grateful for my support system, because they get your girl together. So, sometimes you have to lean on your support system. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And I'm just thankful that even away from my family, it has been even greater with my support system. And I'm thankful because not only is this now a major change for me, and major things in my transition, also on this holiday season, yours truly will be presenting every part of me to my family as far as my gender expression, instead of toning it down. So, and with my self-care, one of the things that I have done, I actually, and my brother, I have some of the best brothers. I actually said, sis, since you have been helping helping me out and, making sure that I have my medicine and stuff. Here, go get your nails done. And I was so grateful for that. And he said, get something fancy, I said, oh, baby, you ain't said but a word. So I went and got my nails done. And I was really happy. I'm still happy about it. Because I love it. I love it. I love the job that was done. And sometimes, all of this is just take someone saying thank you and I'm here for you. That goes a long way. And I'm so thankful. So grateful and thankful for that. Not only that, but there's been some great opportunities that I really can't talk about just yet. But just know your girl is going somewhere. Your girl is going places. And this is one of the things I'm having to take a little bit more initiative with some things right now because, number one, life has been crazy. It has been wild. And I hate using the term crazy, but it has been wild. So everything is coming back together like I need it. And I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. And one of the things is a girl is impatient. I'm very impatient. Like, I have a problem with patience. Like, it's not one of my virtues. At this point, well, it is one of my virtues, but when it comes down to certain things, it is not one of my virtues. So working on that level of patience, even when dealing with people, places, and things, because now in some of the occupations that I'm in, it's going to require patience. And also with me getting back into a certain area of expertise and workforce, it's taking a lot of patience. Because sometimes hustling ain't it. So, sometimes you have to sit and you have to, do what you got to do to survive. And everyone may not understand. Everyone may not respect it. But you got to do what you got to do for you, honey. For you. And one thing, you don't owe anybody an explanation for anything in your life. Remember that. You live the best life that you can. I mean, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. But in entertainment news, I wanted to bring this up. Y'all, I want to give a big shout out to Missy Elliott and give a congrats on finally getting her Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame. I am so proud of her. It has been long overdue for her exquisite videos, to her work with Alicia Keys, with various groups, her work with Aaliyah. I am just so proud of her. And this has been a long time coming. And I am so grateful for that. Like, for real. She deserves all of her things, okay? But also, y'all make sure y'all pick up Summer Walker's new album. Baby, oh my God. Summer Walker is everything. Now, granted, even in the midst of the debacle, some of our favorite artists, but her album Still Over It is everything. And she has features with Cardi B, JT and the City Girls with SZA. Oh my gosh. But baby, I think one of my favorite songs, and I can't forget Pharrell and the Neptunes. I cannot forget Omarion, Ari Lennox. But honey, when she did No Love and X for a Reason, those are my favorite songs so far. Those are my favorite songs. I like to listen to an album a few times, so y'all know I'm going to come back with some surefire bangers for y'all. Some surefire bangers. And y'all know that's how I roll. So I'm absolutely here for it. So let me know what y'all think about that album. For real. And also, I've been listening to Adam Ness. Y'all go check that brother out. Or this royal being out. They have an EP out. Well, 2 EPs. One is called Sagittarius Volume 1 and Sagittarius Volume 2. Baby, I'm telling you now, it is not for the faint of heart. I'm telling you that right now. Not for the faint of heart. So go listen to that. And also listen to the collab he did with Durand Bernarr called House Cats. I love it. Y'all get this stuff on Apple Music, wherever you download and or stream music, because I'm telling you, you will get your entire life. So we're going to take a quick break, listen to these church announcements, and your girl will be right back.
For Pillar Sports, a podcast for sports fans, made by sports fans. Join Chris and Randy every week as they dive deep into football, basketball, baseball, and professional wrestling. Catch For Pillar Sports on all major platforms. And remember, keep on talking sports.
The great visionary leader of India, Mahatma Gandhi, said, "It is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver." Listen to the Healthy Grocer radio show on your favorite podcast platform. We know that health is our greatest wealth, and we will be discussing all aspects of natural healing. Explore everything from supplements, superfoods, and healthy lifestyle choices to help conquer stress and boost productivity. Top industry experts and natural health professionals join us for a deep dive into our healing journey. You can find the Healthy Grocer radio show on demand every day, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And remember, health is your greatest wealth.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Yanni T. Thank you all for your love and support of this podcast. I just wanted to tell you very quickly about some of the merchandise that we have. There has been some changes to my store. Yes. So I have a new link for you all, and this will be in my comment section or the show notes. I do have merchandise available. The Confident Pussy line, the Ashe line, all of that. We have everything that you could ever want on the store. And if there's something you want me to put on there, just let your girl know. You know how we roll on here. So go on over to yannicktaylor.myspreadshop.com. Get your fitted caps, your snapbacks, get your coffee mugs. We have the Ashe line, the Confident Pussy line. We have socks, backpacks, face coverings, everything that you need, especially for the holiday season, and get 20% off just for ordering. So go on over to yannicktaylor.myspreadshop.com, myspreadshop.com. Again, that's yannicktaylor.myspreadshop.com, and shop with me today. Y'all live, love, and be free. Let's jump back into the show. Welcome back. So y'all know I be out here in these Twitter streets, and I am just absolutely loving life right now. I'm absolutely loving where I am, and really, I haven't really been on like that. So just coming back to Twitter this week, I want to give a big shout out to Durand Bernarr. Y'all can find him on Twitter under his username Durand, and under his name, that's twitter.com/Durand Bernarr. And y'all gonna have a link to the tweet as well. So one of my favorite singers, and y'all go get his album Durand. I just talked about him and his collabs with Adam Ness. He also has stuff out with Kaytranada, so many different people. So y'all go support the brother, okay? Go support this music royalty. So, you know, I love Black Twitter. And I love my people. I love my melanated royalty. Goodness, can I talk today? And I just fell in love with this post. So Ha ha ha. So, a couple of days ago, yesterday actually, Durand says, my inner old man's name is Rufus. He's in his early 70s and he ain't here for none of the pussyfooting around. Who is your inner old person's name and what's they tea? Of course, I said, my inner old lady is Bertha Mae. She smokes Newports and drinks brown liquor and will cuss you out in a heartbeat. And Bertha Mae is so much like my great aunt Bet, my aunt Maria, and a couple of my older relatives that I could relate to that. And I'm like, you know what? My inner old woman would be Bertha Mae. Because now, granted, you know, I'm cannabis only and I drink wine, you know, but there are points to where I will hurt somebody's feelings if need be. And I'm getting back to that place to where I do speak up. And I just love the fun that we had with the old lady and old men's name. So we have others that responded. My inner old lady is Beverly. Never had kids. Hair stayed pressed and face stayed beat with Estee Lauder double wear foundation. Always trying to feed people. She cursed like a sailor and smelled like white diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. Will sneak $20 in her nieces and nephews' pockets. Had me at the white diamonds and sneaking $20 in the children's pockets. Now, we all have an aunt that will sneak some money to y'all. We all have that one aunt that has never been married, don't have any kids, but she always have a good man around that looks out for her. And I love that about the aunties. Another one, Gertrude, and she encourages mischief. She'll cheer you on. She'll cheer you in to take those extra 2 shots, and she'll take 2 of her own. We all got that one auntie or uncle that we can drink with. And y'all just check out the whole thread as below in my description box wherever you're downloading and listening to this podcast. So we have one that says, I'm Florence, Flo for short. I shot my first husband and met my second one at a Malcolm X meeting. I'm saved now. My husband is no longer here, so I spend my time gardening and selling candy to the neighborhood kids. And of course, Durand says, I like me some Flo. I'm gonna skip down. So somebody says, my inner old man's name is Cletus. He's in his late 60s and he just want to go about his life. You picking up what I'm putting down? I love it. I love it. We all know that old man that don't want to bother nobody. He just want to live and not be bothered. Let me see. Somebody else says, my inner old man's name is JW. It stands for Joseph William. He's a quiet guy who likes a good Dr. Pepper here and there, but don't cross him. The JW also stands for just will. Let you know about yourself. So in other words, this is an old man that will cuss you out, will tell you all about yourself, grab his Dr. Pepper and sit back down like ain't nothing happened. We all know them old people that will get you all the way together. Come on. We got one more. Her name is Gladys. And she can't stand all that hooting and hollering in today's hip hop. We all know an older person that can't stand today's rap music, that can't stand nothing about it, and be like, all that damn noise, all that come on now. Child, I cannot. But I like this one. I like this thread. So y'all check that thread out and y'all tweet me at CWTP. That's CWT Priestess on social media. Let me know what your inner old person's name is. And make sure that y'all respond to the tweet from Durand Bernarr. So y'all go check the brother out. Just go check that out. I just wanted to share that, and it was so funny because we were talking about that on Bigo the other night. I said, everybody in the family got somebody named Willie Lee. especially if you're from the South or your family migrated from the South. You got somebody named Willie Lee, Willie James, Eula Mae, Lula Ann, Mae Jean, Nancy Lee, Beulah Mae, Beulah Ruth, Eula Ann, Shirley Mae. And let's not even get started on the JWs like John Williams, or you got somebody named John Henry or Henry Lee or Jimmy Lee. But then, you know, for some of the boomers, their name was like Rosa or Rosalind. Or you had someone named Joyce. Then you may have had someone named Mario, or something just off the wall that didn't make no sense. You know, because, you know, old people was making up stuff too back then. You know, but I love those authentic old black names. You know, it just absolutely gives me life. And, you know, they also had a nickname like June or Junebug or Junefly or something like that. Or you had somebody named Bongo, or, you know, they named them after a TV character or something like that. And those nicknames just stick. Like, come on. Now, we're not going to even get into my nicknames and stuff like that. We're not going to do that. But the old lady in me is named Bertha Mae. But see, Bertha Mae is a fancy one too. She's fancy. She every weekend you might see her and Mr. Earl out at a restaurant eating, minding their business, not bothering nobody, and she living her best life. Don't nobody bother her. She don't bother nobody. She have her little friend girls. You know, they may hang out once or twice a week, and you know, they may smoke their weed, drink their wine, or drink their brown liquor. They may look at the men that are like maybe 20 years younger than them and be like, girl, if I was 10 years younger, I just might. But they realize they ain't got time for no young men. But Bertha Mae is so attractive. Bertha Mae is so attractive. That what she does is, she goes in, she dresses nice, get her nails and hair done, and everybody be like, oh, Bertha Mae. Bertha Mae is about 65 years old. You know, she's retired. She has a lot of money, but she's still down home, sister. She's down for the cause. She's pro-black in every way and will gather somebody's edges when they try to bring some supremacy bullshit to her house. You know, she's one of them type grandmas. And she loves her nieces and nephews, but she don't take no shit off nobody either. That's the kind of woman Bertha Mae is. And she love her some good apple pie. And she love going on a cruise. That's Bertha Mae. So that would be my old lady persona. And that's it. You know, that's it. Yeah. So after all of that, let's have some wisdom from the priestess. So in my segment of wisdom, and this is a combination of things coming from the last week and a half, my brother gave me this topic, and big shout out to my brother Madison and Doug. Sometimes in life, we get comfortable in uncomfortable situations, because sometimes we may have lost the fight. Sometimes we may have lost that energy to fight for ourselves, and we get comfortable because it may be all that we're used to or all that we know. And when you find yourself getting comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, you have to be mindful that you are accepting things as they are. But also, in the uncomfortable situation, you also have to be comfortable. You also have to get comfortable with changing your surroundings to where you get uncomfortable so that you can get out of the uncomfortable situations. You have to get comfortable with the new things in your life, with doing something new. Because sometimes when we're in uncomfortable situations, we may feel like there's no way out. But baby, just because life is giving you challenges and people want to challenge you, don't let that bother you. Don't let that bother you. Don't let people challenge you on you living your authentic life. Don't let nobody challenge you in you doing what you have to do. Challenges are going to come. Challenges are going to happen. But even in the midst of the uncomfortable situation, there will always be peace in the midst of it. So while you're busy working, planning and plotting, rest easy, because you are soon about to be out of that uncomfortable situation. Don't let anyone cause you discomfort without speaking up for yourself and without defending yourself. That's one thing I learned with this whole church situation and with some other recent situations, because now I'm in a place now to where if I'm going to live my life, I'm going to live my best authentic life. And at this point, I'm at a point now to where now, because of where I am in my transition, a lot of my family's about to be pissed off with me, and I don't care. This holiday season is going to be very uncomfortable because now they're meeting me in all of my authenticity. Yes, I've been living authentically, but when I go around my family, I present in a certain way that's palatable. I'm in a place now to where I can no longer be palatable for people. You don't have to accept me or respect me, but you're going to acknowledge that I'm here, and I'm going to demand respect. And if you can't respect that, then I really can't have you in my life taking up unnecessary space. Plain and simple. I love everybody, but if you're constantly crossing boundaries and doing outrageous shit just because you can, I have a problem with that. And one of those being, as I'm sitting here recording, I got a phone call from someone that I set boundaries with. And now I'm going to have to set further boundaries because, number one, you're misgendering me and you're calling me the wrong name. I don't go by that name anymore. So even in that, it's uncomfortable, but I'm getting comfortable in the new me. And if people don't like that, oh well, fuck you. Fuck the horse that you rode on. So, I am at a point now to where things are lining up for me. I'm in a new frame of mind. And this is the wisdom that I have for you all. Baby, live your life and be true to yourself and speak up for yourself, because I'm there now. So y'all, I'm heading out. Thank y'all for listening to this podcast. I'm going to be back with some great material. So y'all live, love, and be free. Smooch ass. Oh, thank you for coming to the table with me. Thank you for this conversation with your girl, the breeds.